This is how I got rich fast and lost it all even faster. I've been marketing online for years now. I'd say 11 years documented, starting from my YouTube channel at first, but even younger. But here's the thing. I've generated over 50 million, possibly even more. I could just track 50 million. And if you're somebody who wants to see the flashy stuff and whatnot in a video just to get the proof that I'm telling the truth, I don't need to do that, and you're probably at the wrong spot. However, if you do want to go check, just go to my Instagram. It's there. Scroll down. So the whole point of this channel is for me to give back, because here's the thing, I'm 30 now. I'm pretty much unk status, right? So my goal is to go ahead and teach you and everybody watching how to go ahead and get rich. And this is by far the most important aspect, is how to go ahead and keep your money and sanity. Now, what you need to do is focus on something that is in high demand. So again, a skill set that is so valuable to somebody that no matter where you go, you will always be in demand. So what's mine, right? Mine is how to write copy, how to go ahead and be able to sell somebody anything. And my vehicle of doing that is webinars and whatnot. So webinars, funnels, emails, and obviously that translates to ad copy. Now this skill set is so important because that becomes your value to the marketplace. For example, I have been reached out to. Iman Ghazi's a great friend of mine. I've helped him with the initial launch, giving him feedback on webinars, etc. Same thing with Jordan Welsh. I'm currently helping Jordan with his entire funnel, webinar structure. One of my great friends is Jason Fladlin. I connected him with Iman. So again, Jason is the king of webinars. Like I said, there's always somebody above. However, my value to the marketplace, I could do something, I know something that it doesn't matter what I do, where I go, where I end up. That skill is so valuable and it's very honed in that not only can I make money from it myself, but it's something that I can go ahead and command some sort of money from or some sort of equity from, because that's a skill that people need. Whatever it is for you, I would highly, highly suggest just focusing on that skill, and then whatever vehicle you're using to make money with it, that's fine. So again, a skill could be development, a skill can be copywriting. There's so many different skills that you can go ahead and learn. So my first mentor ever, and only mentor till this day really, Jimmy Kim. And Jimmy, hi, I know Jimmy's watching these videos. So he told me one thing when I was 20 years old, I think it was. He said, you have to go all in, because you are at a stage in your life. If you're still in your late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, go all in and don't be afraid to reinvest and fail. Why? Is because more than likely you don't have kids or a wife or a family that rely on you, so you don't have that much responsibility. And what's the worst that really happens? You end up back in your parents' basement, on a friend's couch, again, where you started. So the risk to reward, you better just go all in. And so again, that's one thing that I wish I did more of, is way more higher risk for way bigger reward. This one's gonna be a little touchy, okay? Hear me out. No girl is worth that much. If you have somebody close to you that you love, etc., that's fine, that's okay. Now I wanna clarify one thing that I see a lot of ever since this whole red pill movement, is that if you got it, meaning you're doing really well, buying your girl whatever it is, a Chanel bag, Cartier, whatever it is, right? If you got it, you got it. The theory is brilliant. So you're not a simp for doing that, okay? However, no girl is worth overextending yourself. So draining yourself to actually buy love is never worth it. You're essentially going ahead and trading your time for money. That's just not, again, that's just not worth it if you're going ahead and trying to buy love. That's a whole different video in itself. But now is why you're here. Let's talk about how I went from having a lot, having over $1 million, losing it, getting it again, the second time around even more, losing it, to rebuilding. Now, here's the thing, is if you don't heed the previous warnings, good luck. Temptations will do you in. Think of money like a well, okay? A well that provides water. One day could be in the near future, could be super far in the future, that well will stop providing water. And again, the well will dry up. So it's funny because with a well comes people that need water. So you're gonna have friends that you believe you're gonna hopefully put on and want to put on, and you think that you can do this with your friends. One of the biggest mistakes is that it is not gonna work long term. It just simply won't. Why? Because people change. Not only do they change, but money is the reason why people change. And a lot of times, I'd say 9 out of 10, somewhere down the line, they will become ungrateful. Listen, trying to be somebody's savior is just gonna get you killed. You know when you're on an airplane and they say put your mask on first before you help anybody else? Is because how can you help anybody else if you're passed out because you don't have your mask on, right? So that's the reason they tell you to worry about yourself first, is because if you don't worry about yourself first, how the hell can you help anybody else? So I have my notes here, and I just wanted to make sure this comes out properly. I was never close with God and felt like I was abandoned, to be totally honest. It was only this previous year, January 28th, when my girlfriend died here, she passed away, is when I had no one else to turn to. I had no answers. And the only way that I knew that I was gonna be able to go ahead and have a glimmer of opportunity, glimmer of hope to ever see her again, is God, is it not? Isn't that what we're promised? But again, bear with me, please. Just bear with me. And admittedly, it's no secret. The reason why I lost everything multiple times is because certain drugs, if you will. It's no secret. And one of the biggest things is I had no choice, really, but to kind of like rely on God. I never took this serious. So I turned to God heavily after her death and just have been learning, and it's been working out, to say the least. It's hope in darkness, really. And one of the biggest things that remains in my mind is one of our last pictures together, and last times I was with her, we were in Scottsdale, Arizona, and she was there opening up something for Barstool. So after she was done working, I told her to just come over and just to bring me a bag. And she did just that. And at this point, I just wanted the bag. And I have one picture of her, the last picture I ever had with her. It was with her looking down at her phone with the bag she brought me. 2 minutes later, I told her to go because I just wanted to be alone and work. So if you want to heed a warning from me, and by the way, it actually started with Adderall, and then over time, the stimulants got way more stimulating. And yeah, I got nothing else. Don't do drugs, kids. That's it.
I see you in the freaking reflection. And that's lit.
Let's see those wings.
Oh my god.
Let's see those wings.
No.
Come on.